Hello everybody, today we're going to try a new recipe for French toast for dinner tonight. So the ingredients you're going to be needing is vanilla extracts, ground nutmeg, sorry, camera is kind of off on my phone because of the case, but ground nutmeg, ground cinnamon. You're going to need a mixing bowl, 4 eggs, and what we're going to need? Oh, we're going to need those measuring spoons. Remember where those were at? I think it was in one of these cupboards. I think it was this one.
Okay.
And you're going to need some, you know what?
Get something to push it
Hand me, actually, you know what? There we go. You're going to need some measuring spoons. Okay. Gotta grab one of those. Let's grab one of those small bowls that we used the last time. You know, like around, what was it? Did we put some?
these.
No. It was smaller than that. One was.
Oh. No.
I think it's right there, inside that measuring cup. But that's what we're gonna need too, is the measuring cup.
All right.
Alrighty. Now, let's get started. Now that we got all our tools and essentials needed, we're going to need, oh right, don't forget the milk too, but we'll leave that in there for now.
All right.
Don't want to have it spoil out.
Am I cracking the eggs now?
Not yet.
Okay.
So, the first thing we're going to start off with, 1 teaspoon. Which one's just one? There it is.
No.
There we go.
Teaspoon of what?
Ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon. Actually, let's
Just do it over the bowl. There you go, and it doesn't have to be exact.
Now, the next one we gotta do is 1/4. Okay, I think, yes, the next one is the ground nutmeg, and I think we are going to be using a 1/4.
A fork?
No, not a fork,
Oh.
no. 1/4 ground nutmeg. Ooh, this is strong.
That's good.
I don't really expect anybody to follow these instructions. I'm just saying. This is what I'm doing.
Now, better put that away just so the smell doesn't overpower everything. 2 tablespoons of sugar.
Use that one.
Where's the tablespoons? There's one. Which one's a tablespoon? I think it's the bigger one here.
Alright, we're gonna set that aside. Begin on the other stuff. More exciting shit. Eggs.
Now,
Which I have.
this sugar is a little hard because it got bunched up. So yours is bunched up too. You're going to have to pound on it too. So.
Milk, obviously. I have no idea what any other type of milk
Now, measure.
Word for it is. So I'm just gonna assume.
The milk.
Pour both napkin
We're gonna need
fragments.
the milk.
You guys can suck it.
Now you're good. Now the next step, since we got the spice and the cinnamon stuff out of the way.
Use this one. That one's good.
Yeah. Now that we got that out of the way, the next you're gonna need is 1/4 of a cup of milk in there, and don't know which.
Right there.
There we go. Well, we're gonna have to get more milk after this.
There's a whole one down in the refrigerator downstairs. Okay.
There we go. Now, next step, pour it into the big mixing bowl. Now, before I get to the eggs, gotta wash my hands, because cleanliness is important, especially when you're cooking. My elbow's bumping you.
Oops, I'm sorry.
No, you're alright. Now,
Number 4, I must say, no cracked shells. We're all good. Some vanilla extract. I'm gonna go a half teaspoon.
alright, I'm back. Now, you're gonna need 4 eggs. Just on the edge. Or do it on the countertop.
You can do it like that. Make sure none of the shell gets in it.
An important thing is to make sure that there's no cracked shells. Oh God.
Alright.
I can't seem to open this no matter how hard I try.
No.
Okay, that's 4 eggs. Now the next step we need is the whisker.
Just a minute.
Just to mix it even. I think it's in this drawer somewhere. If not, then maybe check down below, I think. Where did we put the whisker last time? Can't be that hard to find it. I think those are all pots and pans in here. And here's your whisker. What you're going to do is make sure all the eggs in the mix in with the milk, so there's no yolks left over. Yeah.
You do it like that. Hold it here.
Like that. Now you're going to want to do this till all the yolks are gone, and it's just a
Guys, probably eat like, I don't know, 12,000 of these a day.
the milk turns into like a butter, like a color of butter.
Any ladies out there want to take note of that? You'll basically have my heart if you can just make me great French toast. Or I'll just make myself, I don't know. Anyways, take note.
Is that one in here?
Not yet, I think we gotta do the vanilla next.
Okay.
I think that's good, but just in
Here.
case. Now I'll go to this. Now I'll check how much vanilla extracts we need. Okay,
Cracked shells.
you're gonna need this for the vanillas.
How much?
Some vanilla extract.
And
I'm gonna go a half teaspoon.
half teaspoon. You'll need a half teaspoon of vanilla extract to add into the milk.
Alright, so this is gonna taste so damn good. If I make it correctly.
Should I do it over the sink?
Whisker. Whisker.
If you want, or pour it over the bowl. It's going in the bowl, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even kiss her.
Alright, now we're gonna have to mix that in again too. Should have put the vanilla in before with the eggs.
It'll be fine.
But hey, practice makes perfect. Now the next step is to add the nutmeg, sugar, and cinnamon into it. And you're going to have to mix it in so that way it doesn't end up looking like there's still chunks left in it. Boy, does it smell good even when it's not cooked.
Yeah. Alright. Now what do we do?
Now, I'll show you the lovely concoction we've made. From so far, it looks great. Now, the next thing we need to do is get a big bowl to pour it into so it's enough to fill up the bowl, but also to put the bread in there.
We can do it right here.
Last time we had to use this one, Mom, remember one of these? Because that way
Oh, yeah. You're on them.
I'll swap positions. There's a lot of dishes in the cupboards that haven't been used in a while.
Whoops.
But we always make sure all of our dishes and utensils are clean before cooking. I'm going to give you tips that this is a wonderful recipe to try at home with your friends or your family, or if you just want to have, well, snack to snack on. That looks good enough.
Probably eat like, I don't know, 12,000 of these a day.
The bowl cleaned. Now the next step, we pour our concoction.
Not all of it, though. Go ahead.
Basically, how my heart, you can just make me
Okay.
great
Okay.
French toast. Or I'll make
In there. And the next step,
take note if you want.
well, I'll have to turn on the oven.
No, not the oven.
Not yet. Well, not the oven yet.
We're doing it on top, right?
Yeah. We did have a griddle, but unfortunately the plug attachment for it didn't work, so gotta go old school and use a small little griddle here. Skillet? Is that what it's called? A skillet?
Mm-hmm.
Now most people would use cooking spray, but we don't have that stuff to make sure it's not a stick, so if you don't have any, butter's always a good alternative.
You gotta wait for that to heat up.
Gotta wait for the griddle to heat up,
It's electric.
because this is an electric stove and they take a while to heat up, unlike gas-powered stoves. Grab 2 plates out, one for the bread, stacks of bread. It's always nice to grab some extra plates out. And to also have a fork handy, so when you need to flip it. Now I know some people would use a spatula to flip it,
Like this.
but we're going to use that for when we put it on the griddle here.
Are we done with this?
Yeah, once you're done with all the stuff, the vanilla, the cinnamon, and the nutmeg,
And cap them up.
just cap them up and put them in your spice cabinet. Don't know where the spice cabinet for Grandma's house up here is, but we have to make do with whatever we can.
Where's my...
Your knife. Looks like the butter melted off completely.
No, you won't. Come on. Don't stick. Alright. Austin. Are you going to dip them? One at a time.
One at. It's always best to do it one at a time. And you make sure that your toast is coated evenly. Make sure it's coated evenly with this stuff. And then you cake these bad boys onto the griddle. Ready?
I'm going to switch over here.
Switching
See if I
positions
got
again.
something right here. See, would
Got
this
some-
work, or maybe this would work?
Yep. Make sure it's all properly drained out. Oh,
That's all right.
whoops. Now you might get a little messy, but
All right.
But then again, cooking's not a clean job anyways, so you will get messy. I think I might have to pour a little bit more after we're done with this batch.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the last piece of bread. Gotta make sure that's coated nice.
Get that bowl.
Now, gotta pour the rest. And that's it. And that's it for the big bowl. Now, once the first batch of bread it's fully been toasted, get yourself prepared to add the next 4 slices of bread. Never use the edge of the bread because no one ever.
We don't like it.
Yeah, we don't like the edge part of the loaf, but unless you're like my dad, who does, and you always do.
You can smell it.
And it smells good. These ingredients are a new step from the traditional French toast recipe where you just use eggs and stuff like that, and then just throw it on a griddle or skillet or anything.
Okay, I got it over here now.
So, oops, sorry. But it's always nice to try something new from time to time when it comes to cooking. Heard about this recipe back then when I was a junior or senior in high school, and I've always wanted to try it since, but it took me a while to get my parents and part of the other family on board about this recipe. I'll go put this upstairs.
Okay.
We'll have to clean out some of these teaspoons, tablespoons, the ones that we used.
Watch this because it's still hot. I'm putting it on a
Bigger, what, you gonna try to find a bigger skillet or a bigger plate?
No.
show you guys the how they look so far.
I think these can.
Come off the griddle now.
Do you want to do that? Just slide it under.
Just slide. Yep. Now these are going to be hot, so be careful. Hope I can get this one.
You can get it.
This thing looks like it's starting to catch on fire or something.
No, there's just something on the element.
Now this one looks like it's a little roughed up because the crust is off, but it's going to be okay.
You can take these out.
And this is the French toast recipe that we've made. We tried this first time before, but fortunately we didn't know where my grandma put the these tablespoons and teaspoons at originally, but so we had to improvise and use the actual spoons from within the drawer. So thank you for taking the time to watch this recipe. This is a new recipe to try out at home with your family, friends, or like I said, yourself. Just shot the time, and the end result is worth it. Thank you so much for watching.